What project are you working on right now that's got you really excited?
Oh, the thing I'm the most excited about is the apartment building project in North Carolina. We're buying 198 units in North Carolina. I'm so excited about that because it's a big project for us. We're a growing real estate company, so 198 units for us is like, just a super, super, super exciting project, and it's the right step. But it's a big step, but it's the right big step for us to take. So I'm excited for where it's going to take our business. I'm excited for and it's also a really lucrative deal. So it's going to do really well by our investors. It's getting us into new markets. So we're not in North Carolina right now, but it's going to put us in North Carolina. It's going to put us aligned with new team members like this property management company we're aligning with, and some new investors that I've never worked with before coming on board too. So there's a lot of new energy coming in to take us to the next level. So by far and away, I'm super excited about that project.
How long you been working on this North Carolina project?
6 months.
6 months?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Is this your biggest deal yet, or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This will double the size of our portfolio.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, but it's interesting because the concept of what we're doing in the complex is something we've been doing for the last 12 years. Mm-hmm. We've been buying properties, fixing them up, renting them out at new market rates, and then a lot of times refinancing. It's like they talk about in BiggerPockets, the BRRRR strategy.
Right.
So we've been doing that for the last 12 years of our business. I mean, it's a pretty standard activity, right? Mm-hmm. This is just a larger version of it. So it's the implementation of what we've learned over the years and the relationships we've built. And we couldn't have taken down a project like this as soon as, even as like 2-3 years ago. But because we learned, the relationships we've built, and the way we've grown, and the milestones we've hit up until now have opened up this door to us. And I'm just very grateful and excited to be where we are right now.
That's cool, man. What's the biggest challenge you had since it's out of state?
Well, there's the out of state side of it. The biggest challenge I've had has been, we had to raise $3.2 million.
Okay.
So, like that's a big raise. It's new relationships for us and everything like that. So that was a little. I said I'd use the word scary. I could say scary. Like it was a little like, whoa, what are we gonna do? But we're almost there. We actually have we're like 90% raised right now. So it actually happened a lot quicker than I thought. So although I made it a big number in my head, when I broadcast it out to our investors and the folks that work with us, it filled up very quick because it was a good deal.
Right.
Because it was a great opportunity. So that was probably the heaviest lift. I've got a mentor that works with me regularly, and he introduced me to his property management team, the company that he uses, his construction team. And so because of my mentor, he put a lot of things that I'd have to figure out on my own on my plate. Like he gave me a property manager. And I interviewed other property managers, but these people smoked all the other ones and just floated themselves to the top so quickly. And so developing the legs on the ground, I thought was going to be a big lift, but it's actually been very easy because of the people my mentor put me in touch with.
Okay. So that was actually pretty huge. It's like the connections that you had, but
it gave me a lot more confidence in the deal.
As
soon as I started talking to them, when we were just vetting the deal and thinking about it, I did a conference call with the property management company on what their capacity would be, and they blew my socks off. And any doubt that I had on whether or not we could handle a project that far away, that's an airplane ride away versus a car ride away.
Right.
Any doubt that I had dissolved because of the faith that I have in what we've learned and our ability to handle a buy, renovate, rent out, refinance like that on that size scale. I know we can do it because we've done it on smaller scales and even bigger scales too. That aligned with the property manager that was going to be running the place for us. Those two things combined, any doubt that I had in our capacity to run this thing dissolved. It was gone. I had 100% faith after I got to know what that property management company could do.
Man.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I know.
That makes
That's what I said.
It's always feel a bit comfortable.
Don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I wouldn't have done it if I wasn't. If I hadn't had that relationship, I don't think I would have done the deal.
What made you want to do this particular deal?
So why that deal?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sure you're looking at deals all the time.
Sure. The numbers worked. Number one, and it's hard to find. A lot of people are watching this. It's hard to find deals where the numbers work. Like a lot of folks out there that are watching are probably, they look at a lot of deals too, but just the numbers don't work on a lot of opportunities that come up right now.
Right.
And so, number one, the numbers work. Number two, the place where this building is in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And it doesn't have it's not Charlotte, it's not Raleigh, one of those cities that's like big, sexy city that it's North Carolina, it must be Research Triangle or something like that.
Right.
Nah, those areas are actually overbought already, you know. But Fayetteville has a lot of room to grow. It's just a working class, blue collar city. Major reliance on Fort Bragg, the military base, right there, which is a growing base, and it's one of the bigger military installations. It's actually the biggest military installation in the U.S.
Oh, wow.
And the largest in the world by population.
Oh, well.
Wow! Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a juggernaut. It's not going anywhere.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And so that's another reason why, is because of his proximity to that base, and a lot of people would run and hide. It's like, oh, it's military investment. Nah, some people won't do that. We will in certain circumstances.
Okay.
Maybe not around every base out there, but around that one, yeah, I'll do it. And so, yeah, I think certain people invest in cities like Charlotte and Raleigh and whatnot. Not that I wouldn't do a deal there, but people will invest in those cities just because of the name. We're investing just on metrics, and the median income, the ratio between the median income on the property and the income, not median income of the property, the median income of the neighborhood around the property, based on that compared to what the rents of the complex were now and what we want to take them up to. Like, all those ratios all worked. And the tea leaves of what the economy is going to do in the town all showed good signs and stuff like that. I mean, I'll tell you right now, Amazon's not going to build their corporate headquarters in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Okay, all right.
So it's not a huge appreciation play, but it's a slow and steady Eddie play. Okay, it's a cash flow, 2 to 3% increase a year type of thing, but it's not invest like Raleigh and Charlotte may be, hoping that it just goes from here to here.
Right.
It's not like that. Town will probably be around the same median income with a cost of living increase, 5 to 10 years from now. It just will. It's just going to be the same blue collar town now, then in the future that it is now. Because that's what the metrics are. But I'm okay with that. Some people are afraid of that kind of stuff. I'm not.
Right. You mentioned military.
Yes.
What do you mean by when you say that?
It's Fort Bragg.
Towns near military bases?
Towns near military bases.
And people don't like that, you're saying?
Yes, because the U.S. government sometimes closes bases. And so if you've got a town that's dependent on that base, most of the time that base will suck up a lot of the economy. So they just become the largest job provider. They become not even people just to work for the base, but they contribute to the local economy. So the car dealership that's in the town, probably 50% of their car sales are from guys that are stationed at the base, guys and girls that are stationed at the base, or people that are dependent upon the base for their income, right? So if that base were to go away or dry up or scale back or whatever, it's not just about the people that are working directly at the base as a civil servant. It's also about the guy working at the car dealership who no longer has his auto sales anymore because all the people buying his cars just got shipped overseas or just got moved somewhere else. Right. So you got to be careful about what bases you do invest in, and what's the government doing? Are they expanding them? Are they shrinking them? Now, Fayetteville is with Fort Bragg, and so Fort Bragg is one of the key military installations in our government. It's not going anywhere. They're not closing it down. They're not going to shrink it up. It's actually been growing. As they close other bases, they've been investing further into Fort Bragg. Okay. Yeah.
That's a good sign.
So, yeah, it is.
Definitely. So, did you go down to North Carolina? Did you go to Fayetteville first and visit it, or did you see the deal and then you went, or did you go there first and was I really like this place, and you always had an eye on it?
I've heard of people doing that. I don't do that to go and just go and farm and shop. If you're gonna do smaller deals, you're gonna go and buy single families or small multis, even up to 10, 15 units. You could go to a town by saying, I am going to invest in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Right?
Right.
And I'm going to go there and I'm going to find myself a deal. Now, if you're going to go and buy a 198 unit apartment building, that's what this is. If you're going to go buy something like that, I don't recommend you go there and try and find an opportunity. Because there's just not, just deals like this don't sell very often. And you could go and try and cold call and knock on doors and say, hey, Mr. Apartment Building owner, I'm, Matt from out of town, and I want to know if you'd sell me your building.
Right.
They may not be very interested in doing that, right?
Right.
And so I find the deal first, then vet the town, and then make sure that the economies work and the metrics all work. And then if I like all those things, then I'll go look at it. And so for this opportunity, it showed up, we underwrote it, meaning crunch the numbers, and the numbers worked. I'm like, okay, cool. Everything vets out. We like what we see. We made a verbal offer. They made a verbal counter, and I said, okay, let's go get on a plane.
All right.
Because we were right there.
Right.
We were like $50,000 apart on a $6 million purchase.